Everybody is embarrassed because they messed up. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, everybody is embarrassed because they messed up. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, you were always the problem. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you were always the problem. And that's what they can't stand, honestly. Now, family, that's not a condescending statement, all right? It's not a superior, complex type of statement. This is just straight real. Now, understand this, y'all. We are the chosen ones, but we're not the perfect ones, which means we can make mistakes. But in this particular scenario, in this particular situation, you showed up for this particular individual. You gave to this particular individual. You invested in this particular individual, and it still wasn't enough. They tried to blame you. They tried to make you look like the issue. They went on a smear campaign. They tried to tell people or convince people that you were not who you said you were. Better yet, that you were not who you shown yourself to be for years. You follow what I'm saying? And so now it's coming out that you've always been this particular person who you've shown yourself to be. You follow what I'm saying? And now it's looking like they messed up. And everybody who wronged you, everybody who participated in the smear campaign, the gossip, the rumors, everybody who tried to prey on your downfall, everybody who lied on you, everybody who said that you wasn't ish, are the ones who's realizing that, no, they messed up. No matter how much they tried to convince themselves, they messed up. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You follow what I'm saying? And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this banger. Everybody is embarrassed right now because they messed up, misjudged you, prejudged you, they mishandled you, they didn't treat you the right way. And the list goes on, all right? But with that being said, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Yes, y'all, this is the second video of today or tonight, however you want to call it. But fam, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it, okay? Number one, y'all, first thing is first. They chose someone else over you. Yeah. They chose someone else over you. See, it's not a problem when a person choose somebody over you. It's the fact that they've chosen them over you and it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. And now they're trying to come back. Nah, you got to stay over there, right? You don't get a second chance to stab me in the heart. You don't get a do-over to do me in again. I'm not going to open the door for a person who closed it in my face the first time. You get what I'm saying? Family, they chose someone else over you, maybe because they thought they looked better, maybe because they thought they had more, maybe because they thought that the opportunity would benefit them much more, or maybe they just thought that you wasn't it. Family, you always been him. You always been her. And just because a person can't see it, it does not mean that it don't exist. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? You take, for instance, that hot new artist, right? Maybe they got a hot new song. They got a hot new dance. They're trending. They're popular, whatever the case is. And everybody love them right now. Yeah, everybody love them right now. The question is, are they going to love them 5, 10, 20 years from now? Right? I believe Michael Jackson came out in the 70s. If I'm not correct, maybe it's the 60s. Y'all can correct me down below in the comments, but we still talking about Michael Jackson to this day. We still making movies about him. We still making documentaries about him. You get what I'm saying? But the people who made Tootsie Roll, I don't know if we still talk about them. And it's no diss or disrespect to their record because it was a smash hit, but we ain't talking about the person who made Tootsie Roll. The point is, y'all, that's the hot new artist. Now you take the old popular artist, yeah, the person who's steady, still making hits. They got skin in the game. Yeah, they've been in the industry for a while now. People respect them. They just not hot, but they still steady. These are like your Beyoncé's, one will argue Nicki Minaj because of her antics and stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave her out. I'm gonna just say your Beyonce's and Mariah Carey's and people of that stature, right? They may not be the hot new artists, the Glorillas, the Mulattoes. You follow what I'm saying? The Ice Spices. They may not be that particular individuals or those particular individuals, but they can still sell out an arena. They can still get on stage and make good money. They can still do what they, came in the game doing. Everybody can't say that they have that type of leeway or even fans who's willing to pay for their time just to see their face. Reno, what are you saying right now? When you choose that hot new artist over the old popular artist, the one who's steady and got skin in the game, make sure that you can foresee if this hot new artist gonna be around longer than them or the old popular artist, however you want to call it. The point is, y'all, is that when somebody chose that particular person over you, they thought that you were done. You were just getting started. And now this other person over here is nothing what they thought they were going to be. They're nothing like what they thought they was going to be. They're not doing anything that they thought they were going to do. It was all a facade, and they tricked themselves. Somebody drop in the comments and say you tricked yourself. Number 2, it's going with this right here, fam. They mistreated you, mishandled you, and misjudged you. Yeah. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back, y'all. They mistreated you, mishandled you, and misjudged you. I know a lot of people go through this, whether it's on the job, within the family, the friend group, you're going to church, the gym, any public area. People mistreat you, mishandle you, and misjudge you. But let's get particular, right? The stepchild. The stepchild... Let me say it like this, y'all. Stepchildren can be buttholes, all right? But in a perfect world, let's say if the stepchild is a good child, right? When the stepchild is showing up as a child should, they're not grown, they're not being a bit much, they're not being handsy, overly talkative, disrespectful. Let's just call it what it is. They're not being disrespectful. If that step parent, who can also be a butthole because they know that this is not their child, but in a perfect world, okay, the stepchild is just being a child, right? If that parent or step parent does not see that stepchild as their actual child, all right, they're going to do what? Mistreat them. Why? That ain't my son. That ain't my daughter. I don't care. I ain't your daddy, right? Especially if a person is moving like that and they have those malicious intent in their heart, they gonna mistreat that stepchild to the T. They probably won't buy the child food. They probably won't, take the child out the way that they would take their own blood child out. Y'all get where I'm going with this, because they don't expect for that child to either A, be anything in life, B, you ain't my blood, so I don't care, or C, I ain't gonna be with your mama or daddy for long. Well, what happens if the reverse is the answer to all those questions, or the reverse to all those statements? I am gonna be around. I am gonna be somebody, and mama and daddy still gonna be here. Well, guess who you got to deal with, right? You have to deal with me. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, somebody drop in the comments and say I'm still standing. They mistreated you, but now you're the very person they need. Let's just say if a person mishandled you, we talking about the good woman, or the good man. Well, when you mishandle that good woman or good man, it's because you're overseeing or overlooking their value. They're not valuing loyalty. They're not valuing true love. They're not valuing genuineness. They're not valuing a person who's willing to invest their time, energy, and effort into them or a person. Well, that leads to a person mishandling them. Well, what happens when you leave that good man or good woman and get with old Roger over here, or get with Tyrone rather, right? I believe Roger a good guy. We're going to say Tyrone or Keisha, and it was nothing like how they portrayed it to be. They're going to go back and look for the person they mishandled, that good woman or good man, right? If you take, for instance, the reserved person, Most times, what we do to them, misjudge them. They're just reserved. That's it. They don't know, or they don't want to place themselves in the position to where now people can start treating them any type of way, to where people can start handling them any type of way. So most times people who are reserved get misjudged because they come off as standoffish, they come off as not talkative, or they come off as somebody who's being problematic. Here's the funny thing, y'all. How can I be problematic when I don't even cause problems? I'm just to myself. People misjudge them. I say all that to say this, y'all. They mistreated you, they mishandled you, and they misjudged you. Does that make sense? Drop in the comments and let me know, y'all. Number 3 is going to be this right here, fam. They perpetuated an unnecessary lie. Yeah, they perpetuated an unnecessary lie, which means they kept the lie going for no reason. They kept lying when they didn't have any reason. They kept telling people, lies about yourself for no reason. They perpetuated an unnecessary lie. Anybody got that one family member or friend who just lie for no reason? Like literally they are, what you call it, y'all, a habitual liar. Okay, you can see them steal something and they know that you seen them steal it, but they'll still tell you that they didn't steal it. That's a person who perpetuates an unnecessary lie. Like the sky can literally be blue and they'll tell you, no, somebody told me the sky was purple. Cause I'm looking at the sky right now. You gonna tell me it's purple? Yeah, cause it's purple. Even if you take your eyes and show them that you seen with your own eyes that it's blue, they'll still tell you it's purple. They are perpetuating an unnecessary lie. And so this is why this particular person is, or people are embarrassed because they know they messed up. You didn't have to perpetuate that lie. You didn't have to elevate that lie. You didn't have to make this lie bigger than what it should have been. All you had to do was just own up to it, but you were too prideful or egotistical to do it. And so with that being said, fam, it led to them realizing later on, okay, that they messed up and now they're embarrassed. Does that make sense? Drop in the comments and let me know, y'all. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, fam. You were genuine from the jump, okay? You were genuine from the jump. Now, the key word in this is genuine, all right? Genuine. When you are genuine from the jump, this is you. I'm not going to say diving head first, but it's you letting a person know that, hey, my guard is down. I'm not coming in stupid, but I'm also not coming in looking at you like you're stupid. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not coming in expecting for you to do something wrong to me. I looked at you in a way of trustworthy, having a sense of loyalty, or being an individual who's worthy, right? Well, you ever seen a movie where it was one person who was sincere and genuine, but the other person was playing a role to get whatever they wanted from that particular person? I can't think of a movie right now, y'all, but I know this happens in movies a lot. Y'all drop in the comments a movie where something like this happens or it has a similar plot. But anyway, in the movie, one person is 100% genuine and sincere. The other person is, playing a role, right? Because maybe they need money from this person, they need a position from this person, they need some type of award, they need some type of prestige, like whatever it is, this person is a benefit to their lives, but they don't like them. Well, what happens when the genuine person finds out that you never did like me, you were never rocking with me, you never did care? They're going to cut them off completely. And not only that, but they're going to be extraordinarily pissed, all right? You faked it. I'm thinking about every dinner. I'm thinking about every time you called me. I'm thinking about every time you text me, every time I gave you some money, every time you did something for me. But for me, why? Because I realized that it was not genuine. when I was genuine from the jump. And that's why you have to be mindful of who you be sincere with and who you be genuine with, all right? Everybody is not worthy of your real. Somebody drop in the comments and say, protect your real. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, protect your real, all right? The last thing is going to be this right here, y'all, number 5. You've closed the door permanently, all right? You've closed the door permanently. So, family, if you think about that one good job that had benefits, an hour-long break, they paid you good, but you end up pissing it away. How did you piss it away? You ain't show up to work how you were supposed to. You wasn't clocking out how you were supposed to. You didn't value the good job that you had, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm not telling nobody what their calling, what their purpose, and what God told them to do. I'm just speaking in a perfect world, y'all. Let's just say you had a good job, which we all have had a good job, and pissed it away because maybe we got it too early. Maybe we were young. We didn't understand how to value it, or we didn't understand the value of it, period. The point is, y'all, is that when that job is, done, or when it cuts you off, it's done permanently. You can't call back and say, hey, I would like to get my job back. Some jobs won't give you another chance, okay? They'll close the door. You can't do a resume. They don't care what job you worked at. They don't care about none of that, all right? We gave you the benefits. We gave you the hour-long break. We paid you good, all right? We treated you good. We even had dinner for you on the weekends, and you still messed it up. Reno, what are you saying right now? When they close that door permanently and you realize you messed up, not only are you embarrassed, but you're hurt because you lost a good one. You get what I'm saying? That's the same thing with yourself, y'all. You done closed that door permanently, and they can't come back through it, all right? But with that being said, fam, we'll do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. But number 1, they chose someone else over you. Number 2, they mistreated, mishandled, and misjudged you. Number 3, they perpetuated an unnecessary lie. Number 4, you were genuine from the jump. And number 5, y'all, you've closed the door permanently, all right? Fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.